sum that up, yeah, family opinion does matter, but the key word is opinion. So it should, and you know, if you care enough about your family, you care enough about the person that you plan on spending time with and investing in and building with, your family should be aware, and they should be able to get a feel for both of you, get a feel for how y'all mesh, get a feel for, is this person right for you? You know what I mean? And if your family is tight knit, they're gonna expect to meet the person that you spending all this time with and investing in. So yes, family opinion, I don't care how old you are. The older you get, it probably matters more, because that's when, hopefully, that's when you getting with whoever meets your family, is the potential of you settling down and y'all making a life together. So yeah, opinion definitely does matter, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Shout out to everybody that commented on that
chat. Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Honestly, didn't even want to rap on this.
Used to run through the money, now I'm too old. Man, I'm just playing. Shot when I land. Promoter paid for 6 flights, got the team right. I just told Mr. Band, came in for the bands. Beachside Villa for aesthetic, just because, and I don't even like the sand. Stan Smith sneakers on the beach, that's the water. I just came in for the tan. This was always planned, you wouldn't understand. I could turn a Chevy to a Cullinan. I could turn a Rolls to an AP. I came from sorry sir to come again. I came from 2 screens to HD. Tell them why you mad for. Go on, tell them why you mad for. No new friends, I couldn't catch a win until I cut off the loose ends. Used to whip the under in the trunk at 210s. Just like that too. Out the speakers was max speed. Couldn't say a thing about the way if you asked me. Never caught the chain, I was always trying to gain green. Riding around with my sexy love in the passenger seat. Tell them why you mad for. Go on, tell them why you mad for. Go ahead and just give me a reason not to change on you once I give me a million. I got checks in Hamburg, I might fly out this evening. I got checks in Moscow, I'll be back in a weekend. If it wasn't for COVID, I'd be in Europe touring. Counting cash on the couch is getting kinda boring. Must be talking about kids when you talk driving foreigns. Say I'm lying and I'm telling stories, or you can't. Tell them why you mad for. Don't tell them why you mad for. Silly. Soft spoken, I can hit the studio and spit till my jaw's broken. For records in the hour, I'm not bragging, it's all boasting. Turn the top 10 and ball for ball, and it's all coasting. And it's easy for me, just tell me go and I'm on go, it's no reason for me. Doing features for a feature that's reaching for me. My next show's a mattress store, they been sleeping on me. See, they took my style, see, they been peeking on me. That's why I'm mad for.
They try to say like, ooh, that's a cute song, that's a cute song. But let me bar for bar real quick, just to wake you up, get you out your seat. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, a little reminder. Set a reminder on your phone. Wake up at 6 a.m. like me. Go to sleep at 12 like me, and it's still sleep gang. You gotta get your rest, stupid.
What up? Welcome to the Maleroom Show. Let's get it. You know what it is. Yo, it is my opportunity, my pleasure to introduce the crew real quick. What we do, baby. Let's go. Haha. We got my man Rollo in the building. Then we got my man JB the Jen in the building. Let's go. You know, I'm your chef. I'm your big brother. Hey, Biz, you know what I like to do? Let this beat rock. On my drink. Let's go. We in the building. Welcome to episode 14 of the Maleroom Show. Rollo the Don got that Lions hat on. He ready. That boy ready for 6:30, man. He ready for 6:30. That boy JB the Jink just came from church. Rem Beezy in the building.
Hey, Jay, did you?
Let's go, Rem.
Can I ask Jay something?
What's up?
Hey, Jay, did you preach the morning and afternoon service today, my boy? Did you do the morning?
I knew I was gonna get the Rem jokes.
Rem Beezy in the.
You look good, man.
Beezy in the building, man.
You look good, man.
Oh my.
Smell good.
Oh my.
Feel good.
Feel good.
And I make love good.
Jam.
Oh my goodness, man. That's hilarious, man. Welcome to the Maleroom Show once again, everybody. We are
Feel
here. Doing episode number 14. Yo, we ain't gonna prolong the I'm about to say service, but the show any further. We're gonna go ahead and get it popping. We gonna
keep playing with me.
I know, I'm sorry. Hey, Chatry said happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. She also said make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Maleroom Network. Sabrina LaShawn said, good afternoon, everyone's. And don't forget, hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe.
Love it
to the Maleroom Network. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend that we are on the air right now. We ain't gonna be on here long because the Lions are facing the 49ers today at 6:30. So we are doing our due diligence right now. The AFC Championship is going on. Looks like the Ravens is looking a little funny right now, but we're gonna see what's up, man.
Oh, man.
See what's up. But in the meantime, in between time, it is time for the funny. So let's go ahead and get it popping right now. All right, man. All right. Now, it's some people you can't leave your girl around. You know what I'm saying? It's some people you can't leave your man around, ladies. But there's some more people you can't leave your food around. If you leave your food around, something just might happen. Let's check it out real quick. Let's check it out real quick.
Really, bro? Really?
Really? I don't know how you not 800 pounds, dog. You know? When you sop the biscuit up in the chicken itself, whoa.
Right in my face? You gonna do it right in front of my
dog. I told you not to just bring a plate for you. Bring some for everybody.
Man, let me get some of that, man.
Dog. This is some of the chicken, but
man, please don't.
This biscuit is mine, dog.
Man, please don't eat no more food, man. Please
stop, dog.
Please don't eat no more food, man. Come on, I'm hungry, man.
I told you not to do this, man.
Come on, man. Please don't eat no more of my food, man. Come on, man.
I told you don't bring nothing from home without something for everybody, man. I told you, man. You knew what was gonna happen.
Hey, man, please don't eat no more of my food.
I can't stop, man.
Come on, man.
I'm all in.
Come on, man.
I'm all in, man. I'm all in.
I'm all in.
I'm all in. It's too late for me. You don't want to see this, man. Mom! Pittsburgh.
Oh man.
Shout out
late
to my
for
man
me,
Tony
dog.
Baker. I'm all in. I'm all in. Too late for me. I'm all in.
Oh man.
I'm all in, man. Rollo, it's on you, baby.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody. We expected a little lightness today. Everybody getting amped up, but we're gonna do our thing. Like my boy Take said, we're gonna do our due diligence, give y'all a show. And we're gonna rock out, man. Got a good show today. We appreciate the people viewing live right now. We gonna appreciate the people that's gonna see us later. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we have come together once again for conversation and camaraderie to discuss topics that are relevant to men in society today. Shout out to my brothers. I always love being on here every week with my brothers. So we about to go up, you know what I mean? And everybody get your glasses up, get your beverage, your drink of choice, because we are about to do the ceremonial toast. Y'all know what it is. So my brothers, as we
Embark
on another round table that has become the Maleroom show, let us never ever forget the foundation that is our Trinity. Salute.
Salute, brother.
Salute, brother.
Mm-hmm. Sabrina's got the little salute.
Salute. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody with the toast. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right, man. We just gonna go into it, man. Y'all ready, fellas?
Let's do it, man.
Oh yeah.
First topic of the evening. My brothers, when did you first realize that you might be outgrowing the club and bar scenes? When did you first realize that you might be outgrowing the club and bar scenes?
When did you first realize that you might be outgrowing the club/bar scene?
Yeah.
Man. Now, you know, when we had our meeting yesterday, I was feeling this question, dog, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, and again, I think like, okay, when you get to a certain age, it's, again, I don't want to say the club bar scene per se, right? Mm-hmm. Outgrowing that scene where it's like loud music, everybody, you know, you gotta say excuse me just to get to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff, man. That scene is like, okay, that's a young man sport, right? That's a young folks sport, right? They love to do that, but when you get older, you start wanting to be around social gatherings that's not too cluttered or crowded. I know for me personally, once I moved here to Indy, and I was like, I was here by myself, like no family, no friends, no nothing like that. So, you know, from what I came from to get to this point, it was like it just gradually happened. And then I tried to hang out a few times. I mean, you know, y'all fellas visited me and stuff. We hung out, but on my own, like, I'm not pressed to go. And I think it's because my appetite for entertainment has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Going out, hanging out, all that kind of stuff. I did hang out by myself before a few times here. I met some people that I knew at the cigar lounge and stuff like that, and here and there, and, you know, did that kind of thing. But to be in a part of that scene like that, I haven't really had an appetite or desire to. You know what I'm saying? You see me, like when I visit back home, you know, it's all good. We hang out, all that kind of stuff. But again, that whole loud oosh, 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 right? That whole thing right there, that whole thing, the oosh music, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I'm a little bit over it, you know what I'm saying? I think it's because of the fact that when you grow, it's like, you know, a lot of other things are a part of you should grow along with you. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just that thing of, you know, being isolated, being away, and and getting in that place where it's like, you know what, it is what it is. I'm a little bit older now. That particular scene, I'm not really into. You know what I'm saying? Now, would I like to go out and sit down at the cigar lounge, have a cigar, whatever like that, be around amongst people? Absolutely. A social gathering? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. But club scene, that get money, that scene, to me, it's like battle rap. Like, that's a young man's game sport. That's just the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, when you get older, you be like, you know what? I mean, you start seldomly going out. It depends on how you feel. You know, you got to take a nap before you hang out. Yeah, you're on a different level right now. You know what I'm saying? You're on a different scene right now. So yeah, that's kind of like how I feel about this question, man.
Yeah, I feel you with that. I think for me, when I realized that I might be outgrowing it was because I thought back to like my pretty much my entire 20s from college until uh throughout my whole 20s, man. Like we was hitting spots. Y'all know, Jay know, like we was hitting spots just every weekend. It was like part of it, it's an outlet. You wanna relieve the stress from the work week and maybe just stress in general in your life. And you know what I'm saying? Us, like, that's what we did, us through our squad. Like, we like to be out, hit the dance floor, do our thing, and it was dope. I think when I started to realize that I might be outgrowing it, when I started thinking, like, dang, we kind of hit the same spots a lot, but like one day I was just sitting in a spot and I'm like, dang, it's like, ain't nothing different from last week to this week. You know what I mean? Like, this like nothing has moved. Like, this is the same spot, same people. I'm having fun, but it's like if I didn't come this week, would I be missing anything? You in your 20s, you living fast, and you don't want to miss nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you want to go out and be on the scene and everything, and it's dope. But like it just hit me one day. I was out, and I'm like, damn, this is cool, but did I have to come out tonight? And then like, is anything different? Like, I don't. This place is going to be here next week. It's going to be here next week, the week after that, next month. You know what I mean? It's going to be the same women, maybe different women, but they're going to be here whenever I decide to come back. So I think I just at that point I just kind of started to slow down and be like, bro, you don't got to be here every week. You don't got to be here every couple of weeks. You don't got to come here every month. You know what I mean? It's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? If you got the energy to be out, then be out. Because it got to a point where, okay, I want to go out just to release some stress. I don't really feel like it, but I'm gonna go to the spot. And so that on top of, it's the same thing, and nothing's gonna change. All these people gonna be here. The DJ gonna be here. The bartender's gonna be here. And I'm like, you know what? It's cool. And then when you get into a zone where you start to appreciate being at home a little bit more, that comes into play. So with me, it was just realizing like, ain't nothing different if I don't come this week. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing gonna change. It's gonna be the same spot, same people. I'm gonna have fun, but ain't nothing gonna change. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here tomorrow, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, just when I realized I just wanted to slow down. When I realized that, like I said, I'm not gonna miss nothing by not going to my favorite bar or going to my favorite club this weekend. Maybe find something else to relieve my stress. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's when it hit me.
Yeah, man. I second both of y'all, though. Actually, with this, I don't think it's necessarily the scene itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's the bar club scene. I don't think it's the scene itself. I think I'm echoing y'all because the necessity changed.
Yeah.
The requirement of it changed. You know what I'm saying? Your maturity, you know what I'm saying, factors in, and you don't have to do it. It's like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was for appearance sake. It was for, like you said, like seeing the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? In any possible way. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the attention. The wanting of attention. All of that. All that comes with going out to places like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just want to do, you know what I'm saying, the meeting of the people. You know what I'm saying? That all comes with it. And then that all slows down when you get older. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you mature more, you don't find the necessity in doing that. You find your recreation in other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And, it just totally, what it should do is take its place. Now, some people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they keep it the same. You know what I'm saying? They keep a want of the attention. They keep wanting to be in the limelight. They keep wanting to be seen. And you see the evidence of that. Because regardless of age, you see them in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think the necessity changes. That's what it is. I think your mind state changes. So that's why I'm echoing both of y'all. I agree. I think it changed. And then your time is set up differently when you get older. Your time is set up way differently when you get older.
Oh man, yeah.
Man, your recovery stance ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? If you was a drinker, like, that ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? If you just hanging out late, your body don't recover as fast enough. And when your body don't recover fast enough, that means your whole schedule shifts down the line. That means you gotta take more time to recover, yet more time you was supposed to do what you was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? with yourself over the weekend. You had things to do. You got to push all that aside because you got to recover from the time you was acting a fool. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to do all of that.
Yep.
Then don't let it become to a work day. You know what I'm saying? The day before. Oh, we used to do this in college.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You used to do this fresh out of high
Party,
school. We did
party
this.
all
You know what I'm
night.
saying?
Party all
Like,
night.
oh yeah.
You gotta get up and go to class.
And go to work. Well, we did it, man.
Yeah,
We
right.
couldn't even try to do this around getting to your late 30s, 40s, older. You can't even try it. You be like, man, no, I'm straight. When Tate said take a nap before you go out, oh, that's facts.
Yeah.
When you get there, it's just not, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's not a necessity anymore. Now you can be like, man, I'll just watch a movie, kick it, play a video game, you know what I'm saying, talk on the phone, something in the safety of my own house. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, you know, you start thinking of it different. You know what I'm saying? When you also go out, you expound yourself to outside more. So that could be an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do it too much, you know, you can't be responsible for everything when you know what I'm saying, all over the outer side and all around the town all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Something happens to you know what I'm saying, get sick, something like that, or the case may be. Now you're responsible for what's in your house because you was outside all the time. You know what I'm saying? Some physical might happen to you. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, you just start thinking differently, and you just reserve all of that being at home. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's just happened when you change. And don't let a family be added to that. All that changes. You know?
Yeah, and definitely no knock. You know, there's some people. You know, there's some people that have a spot they like to go to every week, but it's for them, and they just like being there every week. And there's no knock to them. That's, you know, that's cool. It's little, you know, people got their local bars and stuff that they like to go to. It's no knock on them, but it's like, you know, some people just get to a point where it's not needed for them anymore. They rather relax at home. And then going outside nowadays costs $100 as soon as you step out the door. That's another goddamn.
To my inflation.
Another thing. Bro, me and Jay just had a conversation about this, bro. Like going outside, as soon as you step out the door, it's $100. And it's just
yeah.
And the way my
mind, how you slice it,
man. This year, I'm trying to do a little bit better with my money, so that definitely puts me in a different mindset. So yeah, it's just a lot of like all of our factors combined, man. If you want to make that decision, just to, you know, see what it's like to just chill at the crib. Some people don't like to do it. Some people just don't like to be at home on the weekend. Mm-hmm. I don't mind anymore. And I never.
Some people don't like to be alone. That's that thing. That go way back to what we talked about before. Like you don't like to be by yourself. You know, you just need somebody to feed off of, or you must be bored with you. That's a whole different thing. It sounds like a personal problem to me though.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
sounds like a 2024 problem.
Right.
It could definitely like a lot of
yeah,
but no, I think it's definitely a psychological component to it, to people that just have to be on the scene all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's and to sum this up, it really is about maturity. And again, there's no knock to the people that had a spot they like to go through every week. The three men on this panel, man, we had our days, boy. And I think
we talked about it.
I mean,
we have done
and
it.
I think the fact that if you've never had that type of time in your life, you know what I mean, and you're kind of reaching for that, you know, whatever circumstances in your life, and now you're at a point where you want to be out, you want to be around people. It's awesome. But these three men on this panel, man, we have had a time. So yeah, man, just kind of realizing that you don't, like Jay said, kind of realize you don't need it. And you know what I mean? Like Tay said, when you just all the factors that come into play. If you got to take a nap before you got to go, you might not want to go to the club, man. If you got to take a couple naps.
Yeah, a nap, a bulletproof vest, or a gun. If you need any of those,
if you need all that,
just don't just be at the crib. Just be one with yourself at the house. Yeah. Sure.
I am all about balance, man. That's what it really is. Yeah. I am all about balance, man. You was okay to hang out. It's okay to stay home. If you hang out so much, that's too much in you off scaling balance. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you in the house all day, that's offsetting The balance, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go out sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta get a friend or something. You know, you just balance your life. Right? That's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Make that attempt. Shout out to the brothers for the first topic. That was dope. Real quick, man. Real quick. I want to shout out the Thinking Out Loud radio show. Thinking Out Loud, featuring it's a radio talk show that covers topics anywhere from politics down to sports. Man, the Thinking Out Loud podcast. I want to shout them out right now. My boy, our brother Tay B was on the show last night. It is streaming on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Pandora, Spotify, just to name a few. So make sure y'all go and check out the Thinking Out Loud Thinking Out Loud radio talk show. All right, y'all. So we appreciate y'all for that.
For sure.
Also, make sure Q&A. Again, we're doing Q&A throughout the whole show. So make sure if you got a Q&A question, go ahead and put in the chat. Put Q&A right before the question. We'll go ahead and answer right now on the show. You know what I mean? All right, man. Let's get into topic number 2 for the evening. Topic number 2 for the evening, y'all. This is a good one. This is gonna be a good conversation. Is the phrase "opposites attract" still relevant today? Is the phrase "opposites attract" still relevant today? Say, go ahead and start us off, bro.
I'm with the Reverend to start off, man. I started off the last one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Reverend.
Oh,
come on, Rev.
The opposite. Come on,
Rev. Rev, give us a little political tonight.
Opposites attract.
Is the phrase "opposites attract" still relevant today?
I mean, I think it could be. I mean, you know, I don't know. The opposite attracts thing. I think it having somebody that's different from you. Basically, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that sees things on a different scope than you do, feels, experiences stuff differently, moves differently. You know what I'm saying? Than you. I mean, that could be a thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's like totally null and void. I wouldn't say it's null and void. That's just me. I wouldn't say it's like it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that has a totally opposite life of me, you know, I don't, you know, we can have stuff in common, you know what I'm saying, in other aspects, and you know what I'm saying, per what we do. So, you know what I mean? I think that's completely fine. But I think it's too much emphasis on the theme itself. You know what I mean? When if we're just gonna be like, oh, that person is completely my opposite, you know what I'm saying, it should work. Mm-hmm. I think it still has to follow in the key ordinances of dating and the process in itself, regardless of where the stance is with the person. So I don't think it's completely ruled out. I think it's still an individual thing. That's just me as a start off.
Okay. What you think, Busy?
So it totally depends. This is a very, very subjective thing. This whole opposites attract thing is very subjective. It's been said for years. We talking 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, right? It's been said for years that the opposites attract, and you gotta get somebody that's opposite of you, and that way you have a balance with each other and all this kind of stuff, right? And so if we look at this with a microscopic view, the opposite attracts era, I'm gonna call it an era. That era was a bunch of people who were in some relationships, for the most part, that had a level of toxicity in it, and made an excuse of the fact that, but they the opposite. So the two attract something about the person, I got to stay with them, type of thing. And then when you get with someone that's totally opposite, there's a level of expectation that you have with them, and if you don't get it, then you start feeling empty in a sense. For instance, if someone is in a relationship, marriage, or just a strong, you know, committed relationship, and you're doing something that you need their support in, but they don't support you properly, they'll do stuff, but their feedback is very, very mundane, very, very short, very, very judgmental and opinionated, but but they don't bring any type of suggestion to it because they're not really into what you're into. So you expect them to give you some type of feedback that's critical and that's actually of some type of balance. It's like some good criticism, but you don't get it because they're not into what you're into. Then you start longing it in other places. And when someone else gives you the feedback or someone else gives you the support that you really like, that you really gel with, then all of a sudden you find yourself being attracted to that person. I'm not saying it's sexual. I'm not saying it's romantic either. But you can always look for that person to give you some type of thing. But the person you with, you would think would be the one that be into the things that you're into. So that way you can have that balance that Jay talked about in the beginning. I think the opposite attract phrase or concept got obliterated with a lot of Disney romantic stuff. So like the rich man is supposed to look for the damsel in distress. The princess supposed to kiss the frog. It's an extreme difference, and that's supposed to be opposite attract. Not necessarily, because there's a level of expectation that is not necessarily healthy for a relationship. So if you have someone that's like-minded, but you have some differences here and there, that's fine. You're still opposite. That's fine. There has to be a level of balance and common sense with it. I think the opposite attract era had an extreme definition to it, and those extremities came together and created some terrible relationships. People, I mean, we know the era because Bricks was going through people's windows. They calling your phone all day long. They emailing you all day long. They going in your call log. They trying to find out, like your service provider. They trying to find the email passcode to it so they can see who called you. They doing all this stuff because opposites attract. Let's put some context and some legs on that, because being totally different is not the issue. The issue is what type of expectations do you have in those differences. I can have a different. Me and Jay and me and you, Rob, we got differences for sure. But what I'm not going to do is be disrespectful because you have a different opinion, right? You see what I'm saying? Now, if a person has a proclivity to be disrespectful because they don't agree with you or you don't agree with them, if they have a level of disrespect to their actual connotation, then to who they are, then what it would do, it will offset that opposite attract thing. It's like, dang, girl, every time I talk to you about something, you got to get an attitude about it. We can't just have a conversation. But y'all opposite. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something about her. Now you got to make an excuse. Now you got to make an excuse to continue to be with this person who is totally opposite of you and that you don't need to be with. Because expectation wise, they're not meeting it. But you will create a reason to still stay, all because opposites attract, or it's something about them. You see, if we put legs on it, that opposite attracts thing needs to be balanced. That, again, I'm just looking at that phrase because there was a certain definition about it, and I don't think that definition of opposite attracts is relevant to now. I think that it is not as relevant as it used to be. Yes, you need to have opposite. You need somebody that's different from you. Yes. However, the principles that you share with your life, you got to have. If you don't share the same principles with the other person, then how are you going to have agreement? How are you going to have any type of agreement if principle-wise we're totally opposite? You know what I'm saying? Totally opposite. My lifestyle is a certain way. It's structured a certain way. Your lifestyle is freelance, do whatever I want to do. I don't compute with that lifestyle. But you know what I'm saying? But because we're opposites attract, right? Because of that whole thing, then it causes me to stay? No, I don't think so. I don't think it works in that realm like that. I think that there still has to be a level of some type of agreement. You know what I'm saying? And with that person. So I would say relevant to an extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you now you cracked the egg. So what? Well, I also thought that I think people use this as an excuse for the lack thereof as well.
There you go.
For like, because you're not an outgoing person, you attracted to something that you want to be but not. Mm-hmm. And so you attract an outgoing person, but yet you attracting that outgoing person, or just like the fact that this person's outgoing, you know what I mean, you're leeching your lack onto them. But that don't mean a relationship was gonna work for that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Like that's not the fix to, or that's not the, you know what I mean? That's not completing you. You know what I mean? You just have a thing about not going out as much, not being a social. You know what I'm saying? You just don't have a social profile. You know what I'm saying? You dating somebody that's social is not going to fix that or make that work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think when people are using also that for a lack, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You were a certain way in, in your lifestyle as far as finances. So dating somebody that's better in finances. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
You think that relationship is going to work. And that doesn't work as if it's combined in a relationship. You're just using that as a ploy to, you know what I'm saying, to fix your lack thereof. Some people do that too.
Exactly, because that.
But Jay, can it work if they work? Can it work if they work on it? You know what I mean? Because there could be some benefits to that. You want to date somebody that's better financially, but instead of maybe somebody can go into it like not trying to leech off that, but maybe learn from it. Could it work then?
I mean, I don't think that you should get into a serious relationship learning stuff. Not foundational things.
I mean, I don't.
That's why I'm saying. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Tay with that.
I don't think the intent might be to go in there learning, but maybe you that's something you admire about them, and maybe in hopes of like, just the knee jerk effect. It'll affect me, and then maybe I can start being better because I got this person that I'm in a relationship with, and they're good here. I'm not that good. You don't go into it with the mindset, I'm just doing this so I can learn, but maybe in hopes of, balancing yourself out.
I think that's excuse based. I think that's premeditated.
I see what you're saying, Rollo, but
I think it's premeditated. But I understand what he's saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but that's a good point. You know what I mean? Yeah. I definitely. All I know is the fact that if that, and that's what I seen in what you were saying. If that them core ethics of the relationship and your way of living, if that's not matched and compatible in some type of way, the rest of the tree can bear its own leaves. But if that root ain't there, then the whole thing is gonna be out of whack.
Yeah, then the opposite attract thing don't matter.
Then it doesn't matter, right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, see, I don't, if that's going to be odd, because if this person is trying to learn an aspect on something, like whatever, or being social, we said the social example. If they trying to learn to be more social, the social person may not have the patience to teach somebody how to be social and try to have a relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? They may not have it. They may, but they may not have it. I don't think the person that's lacking thereof should take that accountability as if they should. I don't know. That's a little straddling the fence to me. You know what I'm saying?
This is what it is, because it's okay. So if I could just interject real quick, this is what it is. So just because I'm good at money and you not, and you my lady, that don't mean that what I do works for you.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you can try to learn from me, but if you don't have the discipline to do things like how I do it, it ain't gonna work for you. Again, the foundation has to already be built in your individual cells. I'm off that comment. In your individual cells, the foundation got to be on point. I can't be 41 years old looking for a woman to teach me how to wash my clothes.
That's facts.
You see what I'm saying? I can't look. I'm a 41-year-old man. I can't look for a woman to teach me how to cook my food. You see what I'm saying? So if you get into a situation like, okay, that person does this better than me, and so I'm gonna lean on that to hopefully it trickles down to maybe I can get some of that juice. You know, it don't work that way. It doesn't happen like that.
That's crushing to me. I don't know.
That's the difference between being born a warrior and being taught to be one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could be taught to fight, but when you born to do it, Mike Tyson was born to box. He was born. He was born to do this, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell the difference between him and somebody else like a Trevor Berbick. You see what he did to Trevor Berbick? He knocked the man out. Trevor Berbick had all the skills. This is when he became the heavyweight champion of the world at a young age of 19 years old, and he knocked Trevor Berbick out, bro. Trevor Berbick's face was all disfigured, and the dude been skilled. He had more fights than Mike Tyson in the whole nine, but Mike was born to fight. He was about 5 inches shorter than the dude. It didn't matter. It's in here. So opposites attracting, and is only when I hear that. And now being older, because I've heard it all my life, we all have. Now being older, that definition had a level of extremity to it that made people be in relationships or caused people to choose relationships that was like, oh, they the total opposite of me. Like the social butterfly thing is a prime example, like you said, Jay. You're not that social, somebody else is, right? And so that person tries to get you out your, they'll try to break the ice on you. You know what I'm saying? Like get you out your shell. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, hang out, do this and do that. But that works for them. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I start hanging out and doing all this kind of stuff, you could create a monster in that. And now I'm hanging out more. Now I always want to hang out, and now you don't want to hang out as much. You see how the scales can tilt in different ways if you don't have a foundation in you. So that opposite attracts is always on the extreme level, it seems, in that in the definition in that era. Today, people are trying to find people that have a certain type of like mind, that they're not about the games no more. I mean, people nowadays are not trying to play no games. They're not trying to do none of that kind of stuff. The only ones that are the ones that's younger. The 30 and less crowd. You know, they still got time. You know, they still won't smoke. You know, the 35 plus, ain't no, look,
they can get the dice back.
Exactly. They trying to
give it back.
All they trying to do all the young people stuff. Like they doing all the young stuff. We got that many roles left. No, exactly. Our rolling days is the rap. It's similar to what we talked about before. Like you know, hearing the oosh oosh oosh, it only lasts so long until you like, damn, it's loud as hell in here. I gotta go. I'm doing this, walking out the club.
Damn, it's loud as hell in here.
So opposites attracting. You need someone that's opposite of you, yes, but let's put context on it, because you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's so opposite from you that they don't have any compatibility with you. Just because they're opposite don't mean they're compatible, and or you have chemistry with them. So it's to a degree, it's to a point, because one thing about for sure is that if I'm in a relationship and someone, they may not do the things I like to do, but they don't interrupt me doing what I do, that's someone I can be with. I don't get no interruptions. I can watch football. You don't interrupt me when I'm doing my thing, when I'm in my own little zone. I'm good with that. But if you are a needy type, where even when I'm watching the game and I'm doing my thing and you just have to interrupt me, then that's not going to be compatible for me.
Right.
I don't like that. And some dudes that can rock with that. Fine. God bless y'all. That's y'all. That's what's up. But I don't like to be interrupted from my thing, because I don't get much things to do except for what I want to do on the weekends. Man, on the weekend, we all work. You know, on the weekend, some people got that thing like, man, on Saturday, man, all I do is go shoot pool. And then you get in a relationship, and the woman you with or the man you with, you can't shoot pool no more, because they need you all the time around them. But opposites attract, you know. But it's other things about them that's still great.
To reconcile our differences.
Exactly. Let me reconcile our differences, and let me get a mediator to figure it out. No, like there should be no interruption of who you are simply because you're in a relationship and because they're opposite of you. Like you, and then they try to turn you into what they do in hopes that you become them. You see what I'm saying? Even in the opposite attracts, bro. Even in the opposite attracts, they still trying to change you. Like Jay said, they go out all the time. They trying to get you out your square for you to go out all the time, and you don't want to. But they make you anyway, or they suggest it anyway, and they put pressure on you. You're like, I told you I don't want to hang out. You don't never want to do nothing. Dang. I'm sick of this relationship. I'm sick of now here come the extreme. Here come the extreme, all because you tried to go out your comfort zone and get with somebody that's totally opposite of you, and you didn't see anything that was compatible. All because you think opposites attract. You know, girl, opposites attract. Yeah. Okay, what's the context of that? Because if you get with somebody that's opposite of you, but they try to interrupt you from being you, then that's not a good attraction. That's not a good compatible person right there for you. So that's all I wanted to interject on that real quick.
Yeah. Facts. I don't think that mean preferences either.
No, those are both good points on both ends. What y'all think about like kind of more surface level stuff, like if you meet a woman and like every conversation that gets started up, or like everything that you guys are communicating about, or everything you might say turns into like this deep, earthy conversation, like little stuff like that, like say she's like a real deep, earthy person, and all you said was where you want to go eat.
Is she though?
And then she turns into eat. No, we got to go here because I believe that this food is not of the soils and substances that make life.
Hey, you trying to be funny?
Where it needs to go. No, but like I mean, like that was a. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you meet somebody like that, where conversation turns into like this big debate on the earth, like just a big earthy, like type of serious situation or conversation, you're just asking simple questions. You know what I mean? Or if you meet somebody, that is a little bit maybe too damaged. You know what I mean, to function, but you know, and their viewpoints on dating, and their viewpoints of you, like you're a person that's been through stuff, and you're past it, and you're ready to move on, and you're ready to move forward. You know, just the mindset of their personality and the way they view things. Like y'all went deep with the kind of like being like functional, like being able to take care of your finance. That's being something that's functional within you. Being social, that's something that's functional in you. But like the mental stuff and your mindset, like everything turns into something else, and you have no idea where you are, and you know what I mean. Like how do y'all feel about that type of opposite attraction?
You talking about with the person that you can't say good morning to? They gotta say grand rising in return,
stuff like that. Yeah,
all hell to Amen Ra.
Yeah, and you're like,
I told you trying to be funny now.
You're like,
you trying to be funny now.
Listen, man. Hey, look. Listen,
bro.
She said, Rollo, in your words, I call Cash. She ain't no deep thinker. She just trying to get what she wants out of it. Yeah. Possible.
All right, Chartrice, I'll take that.
Possibly.
She said, I call Cash. She ain't no deep thinker.
Possibly.
What y'all think about that type of opposites attract?
To me, again, it's still I can't deal with it. I mean, again, she's totally opposite of me. But if you hit me with the grand rising king every day, Mal, I mean, I said good morning, and then they be like, well, you know what? You can't say good morning because that's talking about mourning, like weeping over the dead. No, that's with the you. Oh. That's a mourning with like, the you.
That's with the you, isn't it?
That's not good.
We did
morning,
go to school, right?
And then the sun rises, and then if you say good morning, you're talking about weeping over the dead. And, listen, I got a
smartphone.
I done heard all this stuff, man.
I ain't got no reason to be stupid.
Look. I done heard all this stuff, dog. Like, I can't with anyway. It's not even deep thinking to me either. It's more like a wannabe. You ever remember back in the day when we was in elementary school and we were like, man, you a wannabe, bro. You a wannabe. You wish you could be that dude, but you a wannabe, man. And then it's like everything they do is just all just
snap.
Everything they do is just never good. It's like they swear they all that, but they not. You know what I'm saying? They a wannabe. You know what I mean? Like a game banger. You know, back in the day, you would want to be. You want to be tough. You would want to be hard, dude. You want to be whatever. It's like that. I can't again. That's an extreme.
And that example. That earthy example I used was just something I thought of just to think about. You know, the opposites as far as y'all mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not something.
But even just regular stuff. Like if you like to snack on Doritos, they always want to eat rice cakes. I mean, it's all good.
All right.
Just don't try to convince me that rice cakes are good.
Yeah, rice cakes are good.
But I know they trash. You need to help. They need help. Rice cakes need help. with flavor. You know
and
some of them.
And don't force yourself to eat rice cakes.
Just because
it goes the other way around too. So if you're talking about somebody that's like eccentric like that, I guess, you know what I'm saying, a deep thinker or whatever, don't try to be deep thinking too. Just because you got your own lack of, you know, something like you just want to have someone to be compatible with, or you just trying to put a square peg into a circle hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. We got to use our mind on this as well. Even when it comes to dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure you know who you are and then set that up with what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? If it don't fit, it's okay that it don't fit.
You must have.
Like, it's fine with that. Like, why, you know, even with mental, whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? If it don't strike a chord to your melody, why are you forcing the song to continue? That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like,
that's it.
We got to use common sense in dating too.
Yeah.
Like I know me personally, and I'm gonna keep it a buck, and we all adults here. Physical attraction still matters.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're physically attracted to somebody and they're complete opposite of you, you might be willing to give it a chance. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
You'll give it a chance. They think differently than you. They move differently than you. Backgrounds might be different. I was talking to Ted yesterday, and I went through this phase in my 20s. I went through this phase in my 20s where I was dating a woman completely opposite of me as far as where they, like, how they were brought up, you know, just everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, you know, kind of, you know, I dated women that were completely opposite of me. Their mannerisms, everything like that, completely opposite of me. You know what I'm saying? They might have been, you know, I'm not a hood dude, you know, out to for a lesser term, kind of chicks, you know, kind of grew up, you know, in a you know, kind of the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Different environment.
A little more hood than me, different environment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was in that phase, but they met my attraction level, you know what I'm saying? So I was willing to see what was up, see what was to it until I felt that it wasn't going to work for me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I went through it for a minute, you know what I'm saying, just based off the physical attraction. So I just said that to say, do y'all think even now, like if you're physically attracted enough, you'll take the time to try to construct how you're gonna move within these differences and how much opposite you all are from each other.
You know hell no, hell to the no. I don't listen, bro. Dog,
I second that vote.
I don't care about no woman being physically attracted to a woman. I mean, I'm just saying. You said no, like, I mean, like, bruh. I am not conforming myself or changing myself around for anything just because this woman is attractive and I find her attractive. Yeah, okay, I find you attractive. Also, I just find you attractive. That don't mean I need to maneuver or do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not in that space. So, like that's what we did when we was younger, perhaps. But being older now, I'm not folding over. I'm not trying to do anything to compromise me in order to fit that, to make that fit, or to make that be anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I know some people do. That's a good observation, Rollo, and a question about it. Because some people will do that. They will try to try to change themselves because they found one or two things that trump all the other stuff. It trumps all the other stuff, and then they try to make an excuse for it. Okay, so this comment right here is perfect. Opposites can attract when core values are aligned and both parties don't lead with uncommunicated and unrealistic expectations. I said that before she jumped on. I think that it's always an expectation thing, and the opposite attracts phrase. And if you come with if your expectations are too high, then you know, and that person doesn't reciprocate anything that you think they should reciprocate, then you're gonna find it somewhere else anyway. But I'm not gonna change who I am and change all what I got going on because I found one or two things that I liked about you the most, but all the other stuff that I see about you, it just doesn't align with me. Core values, that's a great phrase. Core values change. If you swap opposite attracts with core values, then you won't worry about all the opposite stuff.
That's a total different definition. Yeah.
Exactly. So core values should trump whatever you are attracted to because it depends on your appetite. Based on your maturity, your appetite will render you what you get. If you are a mature person and you have an appetite for a mature woman, and you get a mature woman, then you know that she's a mature woman, you are going to pursue her as such. You can't pursue a mature woman and then treat her like you just met her at some little rinky-dink hotel or a hole in the wall somewhere. A mature woman hit you up and you can talk about, hey, yeah, let's go. You want to meet up at the bowling alley? she a lawyer or a doctor or whatever she is, a professional. And it's like, she ain't trying to go to no bowling alley with you, cuz.
It's different. Yeah, that's different.
You know, like this, she's not trying to do that. Like there's a value system. There's a level. There's levels to this, dog. And if you're at the level where you feel like, okay, I can take one or two things about this woman, and I can, and all this other stuff that I found out about, I'm not gonna worry about that because I'm attracted to these two things. Okay, these two things right here, if you keep at it, you're gonna go deeper and deeper into a hole, and then next thing you know, you ain't gonna be able to get rid of her if you wanted to. If you wanted to, she's gonna be like, "What do you mean? You think you'll get rid of me like that?" And just listen, man, look, get somebody pissed off enough, you will find out who they are, dog. I'm telling you, get somebody pissed off, even if you know them for a long time. Hey, you'll find out who they are. I'm telling you.
My question is why? Why? Why are you doing that? If you know what you like, and you got 5 things, you got a list of stuff, preferences, or whatever the case may be, and this person, you might be physically attracted to him or mentally, or whatever the case may be, but only hitting certain things. And then you're bending the rules to the rest of it. Why are you doing that? That's the problem.
Yep.
You have to ask yourself, why are you doing that? Because it could be something internal and individual with you as to why you're bending the rules to things that should be logical. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you trying to date people that you don't like on your preference list? Like, there's excuse me, there's something to you that's doing that. Maybe it's a thing that you really wanted to push the ladder of trying to be with someone. It could be anything. But why are you doing that? See, there has to be some type of examination within yourself if you're doing that. First, you got to identify that you're doing that.
Yeah.
Then find the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're talking with a person of yours, or if you're expressing this to someone and they like, you know what I'm saying? Well, it sounds like you don't even like them. You know what I'm saying? And you're on the opposite end of that, or you're on the bottom end of that, or you're on the what if part about that. Then there's something about that that's making you do that. You need to find out why. Because in essence, you wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to have have about 4 things you don't like about somebody, only 2 things you do. That don't mean they're compatible with you all the way. You know what I'm saying? And you know that. So why are you trying to fit that into, and then Tay said this before, and it stuck with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be trying to fit square pegs into circle holes. But it takes more energy to get it out than it is to put it in there.
Yep.
If you force it in there, now you trying to reverse the whole scenario, it's going to take more effort trying to pull the damn thing out.
Yep.
So if that's what he meant by the bigger hole. You dig yourself a far hole, you ain't going to you can't even get rid of her. Now you dug yourself farther in the situation.
Yep.
Where you could have just made a great decision in the beginning. Like, I don't know.
Ooh. Can I just piggyback off you, Jay? Because you done stirred me up, bro. Yeah. It's something about the tie. So, look. It's something about that tie, man. That tie, that collar, man. This revving energy. I got this revving energy right now, man. Listen. The things that, okay, now Jay just talked about why would you do that? Why are you trying to change up and all this kind of stuff? Like, why are you doing that, right? Now watch this. Let's go a little bit deeper than this. Let's go deeper. Let's go further with this one. The things that you found attractive, that you chose to switch up and change for to keep around. Now you got to figure out why am I attracted to those things? If I am supposed to be this mature, this move on, this whatever, then why would I choose immature or youthful lustful things to stay attracted to someone, to try to build something. Like, for what?
Mm-hmm.
Now I already started this off bad. I'm attracted to some stuff. Okay, you can't trust a big butt and smile. That girl is poison. I mean, Bell Biv DeVoe said it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
they said that
years ago. You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, she's so fine, and she
the
does
ass is
this.
bigger. Now you really can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really that deep? And so, like, come on. Like, so if I'm choosing some tangible things, right? And I'm not looking for nothing intangible. All the tangible stuff is what I'm choosing to change for. But the one with the good intangibles, because you don't find her that attractive or whatever the case may be, you don't feel a need to maneuver around at all or change up at all for that, even though that would be better for you.
Right.
I mean, you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go through
vegetables
that.
versus that's vegetables versus like snacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta figure that out.
Like, you gotta go through that. You gotta go through that.
Only that.
Yeah, I mean, okay, wait. I'm not going through that at 40. Is what I'm saying. Like,
no. Yeah.
That's what I'm just saying. So, like years of like, yeah, you did it before. Okay, but when you get to a certain point, it's like, yo, I am not about to just find just the tangible stuff that's attractive, like the aesthetics, and use that to change up my whole thing just to keep that around. When you don't even have to do all that in the first place. You don't have to even do all that, man. It is so many women. It is so, and I'm sorry, ladies, it's true. It's so many women that even some of you ladies know that she will give it to a man. He barely did anything. He took her to a little spot. He showed her a little good time, and then after that, she was lights out. Curtain call, Smash City, all day long, and he spent $20. It don't take much. It don't really take. That's because she wants the same thing. But when you don't have the core values in common, and then you don't have the expectations ironed out, then all you're going to do is have a disastrous relationship interaction with the person. And then next thing you know, it went from just kicking it to having a physical thing going on to all of a sudden now she's calling you every time she's in a financial bond. Now all of a sudden when she have family problems, she call you. She wants you to get involved with somebody who's doing this, doing that. Somebody tried to break in her house, she calling you instead of the police. Dog. All because you found her ass attractive. Now all of a sudden you got this whole situation going on. I'm just saying.
People don't want to be looked at as the bad guy. So it's like you don't want to. I remember feeling like that. I remember feeling like I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, hurt nobody's feelings or none of that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, you don't give a damn. Like if you don't fit, you just don't fit. I don't care if you don't like we don't fit. We don't fit. Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? And before, it was kind of like trying to ease off the gas pedal or the brake pedal, for that matter. It was like, you weren't trying to do a full hard stop like that and make somebody offensive and all that. You know what I mean? When it comes to the course of dating. But nah, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're confident and maturity of yourself and what you like, you know what I'm saying? And this is post doing the work on yourself. I'm not talking about just being a selfish little prick. I'm talking about after figuring out the work in you and what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You blessed on past experiences. After you're sure about yourself, you think you got an overall decent outlook of you, and you see that somebody ain't compatible with that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might be offensive because they like you, and if you don't see it, then you just don't freaking see it. Like, it ain't it's not a big deal. I'd rather go through that nuance than you trying to shell somebody some fakeness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and I was just saying when Tay was talking, that's something you have to go through in order to get to a point that probably all three of us are. Everybody don't go through.
Yeah, that's life experience. That's life experience.
Everybody doesn't go through. Like, I had to pay. Like, I was talking to Tay yesterday when we were talking about the show, and like when I was talking about the phase where I was dating women who maybe grew up in a different environment than I was. Different situation than I was, and it was something I really had to learn from. And now I'm at the point where even going back to when we started talking about this as far as opposites attract and everything like that, I'm at a point where now I really rather not find somebody who's too different from me. everything is about an experience. I think in terms of this topic, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta experience enough to know what you like, but at the same time, keep your mind open to whatever comes. But but be set in your own self and be set in your mind on what you want to do with it, and how you want to approach it. I'm at a point now, I'd rather have somebody that I could be cool with. Like my next relationship, I want us to be cool. And the only way that we could be cool, most of our intangibles, most of our morals, most of our beliefs got to be intact. You know what I'm saying? We got to have a lot more in common than we don't. And I think that's just something you got to go through. Unfortunately, everybody doesn't go through it. Unfortunately, everybody doesn't have certain experiences until they get later on in age, to where, because you could have been locked down to one person for a long time, so you didn't have the opportunity to experience anything else, or you just didn't have you just weren't able to date a lot. You weren't able to be in enough relationships to figure it out. Fortunately for me, I was able to be in.
Sure.
Yeah, be in different situations where I dated different women, and and I was able to learn and figure out what fits me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I just thank God for experience, man. Experience is the best teacher in life, man. Shout out to the brothers, man, for that topic. That was a good conversation.
Cool.
All right, fellas, y'all know what it is, man. It is time for the featured topic of the week, man. Let's go. Yeah, featured topic of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Featured topic of the week. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the promo. Is lying an uncontrollable instinct at times? Is lying an uncontrollable instinct at times? Ooh.
What time?
Anytime.
At times.
Is it an uncontrollable instinct at times? Do you find yourself lying? Just it's the first thing that come to your mind. It's your first response to somebody, something. You may not have to do it, but that's what happens. It's just word vomit.
No, I believe it ain't. I lied to a few people in my day, and I knew I was doing it. What? Like, if let's keep it a bean. Shit, right? I knew I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was premeditated. Now, the reasoning behind it might have been to save face, save scenario, save their emotions. It could have been a plethora of reasons why I did it, but I was conscious that I was doing it, though. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a thing that it was just like, like I had Rets or something, and I just can't stop. I can't stop lying. Like I just be lying. Like I just can't stop lying. Like it wasn't that. I knew what I was doing. Like for real. Like you know what I mean. So people, I think I think people had their reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like people had their reasons for the based on scenarios. They said it at times, so it's based on scenario based. But I'm thinking of the essence of somebody just doing it. I don't think there's something, because I'm not a fan of the subconscious. I'm not a fan of the term or the of anything like that. Like I'm not a fan of you not knowing what you're doing. Now I believe that you do. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. I believe that things are that happen as quick as a reflex, but I do know that what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel that it's the word instinct is in here, and I don't feel it's that far. You know what I'm saying? I think people premeditate. I think people do it in a premeditated state. I think they know what they're doing. As a young adult and growing up, adolescence or whatever, we did it a lot to save face and scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just rolled off the tongue. Like, I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, it came as, and as you get older, if you're still doing this shit, like I didn't know that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? If you're still doing that, like as if it looks uncontrollable, like that's a definite problem. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that you don't know that. I think you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for people to seep into their own reality with stuff, that's when the deception to get real. Like, it's one thing to try to get me, you know, that to say something is when it isn't, or vice versa. But for you to make me believe it is a totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you're pushing your reality onto me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how deep that rabbit hole can go sometimes. And I don't, and I feel that that's all. I think that's all premeditated. I think that's all known. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people that's habitual liars, and I think they know that. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that you're having a attribute of narcissism in it, that let me know that you know that. Like, you know that. You know you lying. You know you lying. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, again, going back to self-reflection, why? Why are we doing this? Mm-hmm. Why are you continuously holding up reality that isn't? Why are you making false realities and alternate realities of people? Like, what is it about you? Are you trying to save your character to make people think you a good guy? People do that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to save your positive image, so you just lie to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Even to yourself. It goes deep. It goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. And, you know, I don't agree with the fact that lying is an uncontrollable instinct. Like, into the fact that you just don't know you're doing like a reflex. No, I think people know what they're doing, and they know what they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Why they're doing it. They're doing it for a reason. They don't have to tell you what it is, but they're doing it for a reason. And most people that habitually lie or lie in a pattern, you pretty much know what the reason is. You know what I'm saying? If you know them like that, you can figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't believe it's uncontrollable.
I understand that viewpoint. And I'm gonna go back to what you said about scenarios, because that's kind of a little bit of the basis of kind of where this question came from. And I agree. Everybody, once it happens, you know why you're doing it. You're set for it. But I think sometimes people in these scenarios, something comes up unexpectedly. That within whatever they're doing, they didn't expect something to happen that they would have to tell this lie about. It could be something small. You could be out chilling with, you could be out kicking it with somebody, or in a vicinity of somebody. You know, from a man's standpoint, you could be with another female. From a woman's standpoint, you be with a guy. Your ex or somebody called. You know what I mean? There's y'all not together, nothing like that. But you're with somebody else, and your ex called. They text you or whatever. They ask you what you're doing, and you instantly lie. There's nothing going on between y'all two, but you instantly lie. You don't have to be ashamed about lying, but you instantly lie because there's something within this scenario that's not right, which is what kind of go back to what Jay said. You gotta reflect on what you're doing. But in that situation, you don't have to lie, but you do. That's the uncontrollable part, I think, because there's something within this scenario that you don't feel right about, but you don't see it until something happens. You know what I mean? And you just spill off a lie real quick, knowing you don't have to, but you spill off a lie, and you roll with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you just said, knowing that you don't have to.
You don't have to lie, but I'm saying,
what I'm saying? Like,
something happens within your scenario that makes you lie, and you don't have no control over that because it just happens. It's just bam. This is in front of my face. I gotta make a split decision. This is what I'm gonna do. Right there. You don't really have no control over this scenario this situation that has come within what you're doing, and you just bam. I'm gonna tell this person this real quick. Didn't know this was gonna happen, but this is what I'm about to do to get out of it. So I think
I'm gonna let you chime in.
Those might be some. Those might be some of the uncontrollable aspects of
it. Y'all viewpoints is on point actually. So when I think of a lie, I think of like three things in particular. I think of like protection, like a lie to protect. There's a lie to have of a fear, and then there's like a lie to deceive, right? So, what Rollo was talking about is kind of like what happens in relationships a lot of times, or like you just feel a need to lie based on the fact of the fear of telling the woman, like, you know, that this is my ex, and you know, and I still talk to my ex, knowing that your girl gonna get upset. And the only thing that to me that would make anything instinctive is if it's a part of your nature to do it. You know, and if it's a part of your if it's a part of your raw like your raw intent to lie, excuse me, because I scored something, but that's what's up, Big Cal. To lie because of the fact that you fear that she's going to get upset with you, then obviously you know you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. You shouldn't be talking to your ex then, and you know that you should not be even having communication with it, because you know that if your girl talked to her ex and you found out, you would be upset. So the do unto others as you would have them to do unto you concept works even in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all remember that phrase when we were, my bad, Tay. My bad, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead.
No, y'all remember that phrase when we were growing up, sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. That's when you were a kid growing up, you like your parents would tell you that, your teachers would tell you that. These type of situations take us right back to our childhood, because like we grown ass people, what are we lying for?
Right.
But it's that scenario, man. It's that situation that puts you in that headspace to where you don't have no control no more. All you gotta do is figure out how to get the hell out of this situation.
But see, that's the thing. Okay, so that's okay. So
Lego.
If you ain't doing that wrong, there is no situation.
If
you're not doing it wrong, there is no situation.
But you put it in your head that there is.
Even in your head, and that's the whole point. It's in your head.
Yeah.
No one is actually scolding you for what you're doing. It's in your head. If it's innocent and it's in your head, then it's just in your head, which is fine. But the fact that you need to lie is because you know you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Lying is trying to control the narrative, opposed to it being uncontrollable to me. This is the way I look at it. I think that if you're lying, you're doing it to control a narrative, or you're trying to control something to the point where you know that if I continue to do this, and because what the worst thing what you don't want is for anything to come back to you from your girl or from your woman, from your wife, and you didn't tell her first. Like, I had to find out like this. I had to find out in through somebody else. That right there would hurt more than if you would just be honest and be like, "Oh, that's my ex calling me." You know what I'm saying? And it's your phone. It's your ex. Like, okay, whatever. I would rather have the how come your ex calling you conversation than to have the how come you didn't tell me you still talking to your ex conversation. Because you lied about the fact, like, oh, there's nobody, just my cousin. Like, why are you lying for it? If nothing is wrong, and see, and when you put that comment on it, Rod, that makes I get it. Nothing is wrong though. So why do you feel the need to lie? It's because you're trying to control it. You're afraid. You know that if you tell your girl that you talking to your ex, she's gonna get pissed, and you know that you would get pissed if you knew that she was talking to her ex. Why y'all talking to exes if y'all together? You see what I'm saying? So I think that what makes a liar has an instinctive, I wouldn't even say instinctive, an intentional reason to lie. They always want to lie to control all narratives. And they do it from a fear tactic or a deception tactic, or if someone that doesn't lie like that, but they're doing it to protect somebody, like to cover up for them, to that sign of protection, then that's a reason to lie. But if you're just lying off of little stuff like something like that, you never know you never know whose mind you're on. Like, you could be randomly chilling doing your thing, and all of a sudden the DM pop up on your notification panel. and it be from somebody from like 2 years ago. You can't control that. And if your girl see it, you be like, who was Tanisha? Well, I'm Tanisha. Man, I ain't talked to Tanisha in like 2 years. What's up? But she on your DM. Okay. So why she in your DM? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you don't know? No, I don't. So you mean to tell me that she was just thinking about you? Yes.
I can control that.
I can. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I can
control that.
Actually, right, that conversation I can actually have control over and be like, I actually don't know. Because I don't know why she's thinking about me. Look at go in the DM and look at the whole thing if you want to. You don't see me reaching out to her. So I don't know why people think about what they want to think about. Now, see, I can explain. It's more explanatory than your ex is calling you and you like gonna lie about it because you know your girl gonna get pissed. But then obviously you talking to your ex too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's you doing it just to control the narrative so that way you won't get in trouble. But what happens is you get more in trouble. Then she can't trust you. Now she can't trust you to tell her the truth. She finds out on the back door. She finds out that you've been talking to her the whole time, and y'all been keying on the phone late at night when y'all not around, and all that kind of stuff. She finds all that out when you could have just been honest with her in the first place. Be like, y'all talk to my ex sometimes, time to time, and boom, just take the L if the L comes. But the worst thing to do is to lie about it. What are you lying for?
Yourself the L at that
especially in the scenario you haven't done nothing. You haven't done anything. Like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you didn't do anything. Okay, I can't get mad at you. You didn't do nothing. If a person is calling your phone, they're calling your phone. That's your phone. I'm not paying for your phone. Just know that when my phone rings, don't you say nothing. You say nothing.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Jay, you had something to add, bro.
Yeah, there's no such thing as white lies and half truths and your version of the truth. None of that shit. There's no such thing as none of them. Like, if you lied, you lied. You know what I'm saying? If one part of a sentence is a lie, the whole sentence is a lie. So, you know what I'm saying? The whole sentence.
I'm telling you, man,
I'm just saying.
That's real.
I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Lions are playing in the conference championship on Monday. It's a lie.
They playing right now.
They're playing today. Now, they could be playing in the championship, which they are, and it is the Lions. But for the fact I said it's Monday, you gotta throw the whole goddamn thing out.
Yep.
You understand? You gotta throw the whole thing out. So it's like,
am I speaking clear?
You gotta be conscious of that, even when you talking, especially to your relatives, loved ones, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I mean? You trying to save face. You're making a situation way more drastic than you need to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When you just impose a nice little fib, or what they call, you know what I'm saying, to try to lessen the value of it, a fib. You know what I'm saying? When you insert a fib into a segment of a sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. That's what it is. It's the opposite of the truth. That's what a lie is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but the big part is, and I think that people that does it we're arguing with the intentional versus instinctive, right? We're trying to find out. Let's just keep it instinctive. If people will say it's instinctive, if they're doing it on an instinctive level, that means they're falsifying their reality to begin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're falsifying their reality to begin with. That means you was lying about something before it got there.
Yeah. Said, in that scenario, in your head, you thought something was going to happen, and nothing happened. You didn't do anything. But in your mind, it was there. Now it went from your mind to your mouth, all because you scared of your chick.
Right, right.
To be honest. And if you are in a relationship where you can't be honest with somebody, you don't need to be with them.
You don't need to be in a relationship.
Like, seriously. You have lied to yourself. Remember that time we talked about emotionally driven people being liars, or whether or not that was true or not, whatever?
Yeah.
And we talked about how people create their own image of themselves. And the problem is they want you to believe it. They want you
right.
to actually buy into what they selling. I don't want it. I don't want it. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
just
And I
don't
don't
know.
want it, dog. So don't give me no
Sometimes you just
lies.
don't
And
know.
it's and just to answer it, it's controllable. You lied for the control. It's you did it on purpose. You controlling
People
it.
think
You
it's
trying
the
to
other
at
way
least.
around, but actually,
And it's like you all you did was sauce up the situation that didn't need no sauce. It was perfectly seasoned until your ass put a lie on it. Now it's all messy and chili everywhere, cheese gooey. You gotta lick
you
like
gotta
this.
remember it.
Man, come on, man. This is now you never put too much sauce on it. You just could have told the truth.
It could be controllable. My only argument is sometimes you don't know what you're going to do until you're faced with something, and at that moment you got to make a really stern and quick decision to make that situation work out for you. That's the only reason why I say it can be uncontrollable, because that's the first thing that comes to your head. Because the whatever comes, you don't know how to handle it at that exact moment because you didn't expect it. You know, you didn't expect it. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying on the other side of the coin. I'm just saying on the other side of the coin. I'm just saying the other side.
Facts.
You asshole.
Facts.
On the other side. On the other side of the coin. Sometimes you faced with something and you didn't expect to deal with it, and you did, and that's your way. That's your way around it.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Asshole.
You caught.
I'm just thinking on the other side of the coin. I'm just thinking on the other
That's
side of the
funny,
coin.
man.
I feel you though, man. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that to me.
That's bullshit.
On the other side of the coin, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Shout out to the feature topic this week. Man. Shout out to y'all, man. This
I'm sorry,
my brothers, man. I wanna give one more shout out to the people.
I knew it was up to something because it was like,
real quick. I want to give one more shout out real quick for the people that joined late. I want to give a shout out to the Thinking Out Loud radio show featuring Mr. Michael Nimmons, man. It's a really dope show. He talks about topics ranging from politics all the way to sports, man. Our brethren, Tay Biz was featured on the episode last night, so make sure you go check it out. The show was on all major podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, just to name a few. So make sure y'all go check out the Thinking Out Loud radio show featuring Mr. Michael Nimmons, man. We appreciate him and appreciate allowing our brethren to join the podcast. Thank y'all so much, man. We love and appreciate y'all. We are on the road to 200 subscribers.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much, man. We appreciate every single person.
yeah.
We appreciate every single person that take the time just to click that subscribe button, because you really do not have to do it. And we almost have 200 people that took the time to subscribe to our small startup podcast, man. We are doing some big things. Like we said, this started from three best friends who wanted to do this, and we are making it happen, and y'all are helping us make it happen. So from me personally, and I'm sure from my brothers, man, thank y'all so much. Get us to 200, and we're going to turn up, man. Yeah. Of course, make sure you hit us up on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Everything at the Maleroom Network. Do not forget, we are also on TikTok. And got a little something for y'all. We are now streaming on Spotify and iHeartRadio, man. Please give it up for us for that, man. Yes. We are now on Spotify and iHeartRadio.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Yes,
So
sir.
hit us up on.
Not only you don't have to see us, you can hear.
You can hear us now too. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what I said.
Our latest episodes will be featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Please hit us up on Spotify, iHeartRadio at the Maleroom Show. So if you're looking for us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, hit us up at the Maleroom Show, man.
Yep.
And y'all know what it is. It's all love, man. We love y'all so much, man. Fellas, what you got for the people?
Go ahead, Tay.
Yo, I love everyone as always, man. I love this. I just love you all, man. I appreciate all the viewers, all the new mail carriers, all the ones that's in our shorts and our videos and our live and all of our algorithms. We definitely appreciate everybody that has supported the show. Like Rob said, Rallo, I'm sorry. You know, we are on Spotify and iHeartRadio. Just the Mailroom show is on Spotify and iHeartRadio. I just want to clarify that. So Coffee and Conversation is still on YouTube. All the other shows are still on YouTube. But the Mailroom show itself, because this is our baby, this is what we have been talking about for years. And we're showcasing it, man. And Spotify, iHeartRadio, we appreciate it. We appreciate the love. We was able to get it all together over the weekend. And finally, you can go ahead and just type in the Mailroom show. And then you will see a couple episodes up there right now. And then you can go ahead and hit follow, and then you can hit the notification on your podcast platform, and you can see us and hear us in the mornings or whatever you want to do. You know how you want to do the thing. We will be uploading latest episodes and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout for the Mailroom show on Spotify and iHeartRadio. And again, I personally want to thank Michael Nimmons once again for allowing me on the Thinking Out Loud radio show. And we talked about the AFC, NFC championship games and stuff like that. It was a nice little fun show about sports. Mm-hmm. And so I appreciate that. But man, it's good to do this with my fellas. I love y'all boys, man. As always, man, the hard work we put in. I love you guys, man. So that's all I got right now, man. That's all I got, man. I'm just excited, man. I'm a little
Boozy. We turned it up. Boozy, what you got for?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, you know, we try to stick to the truth as much as we can, and we see that we got people out here that admire the truth just as much as we do, and try to, you know, inspire each other and ourselves to be the best people that we can. And this is the definition of this show. For the fact that people hear that, I am grateful for that, and that is the reason why we're growing the way we are. And that's the reason why we're going to continue to talk the way we do. Mm-hmm. So I thank each and every one of y'all for just watching and being a sponsor to the show in any way you can, just by listening to the like button, watching on Sundays, watching in front of a game that Detroit never had. I mean, that is awesome. I'm so glad to see the people that's still in the live chat, in the comments or whatnot.
Sure.
Each and every one of you matters, and it's incredible to see us grow like this. And do not worry, we will be right in front of you quicker than you think, with more projects than you can imagine. So
absolutely.
We got some stuff in the works.
Oh, we got some, but they not ready. Yo, man.
But we love y'all. Thank y'all so much, my brothers. I love y'all, man. It is time, man. It's time to get real. We are about to sign off. It's about to get busy. It's about to be some really serious things going on this way. So if you at home watching the game, turn up. If you out watching the game, turn up and be safe.
My Detroit
I might
fans.
go turn. If they win tonight, I'm going out tonight. And I'm turning up. We about to get this done. We love y'all. We love y'all, man. We appreciate.
Till next time.
We'll holler at y'all next week.
Peace. Anytime left. Appreciate you, Sean. Big Cal, we love you, man. Country, Sabrina, B. We saw B, the original moderator. We out. Go.